What's going on, everybody? Thanks for tuning in. Today's episode, we're going to take a look at the Audient Evo4. Now this, it is a entry-level, I guess you would say, audio interface. I've never heard of the company Audient. They have a great reputation online. Apparently they've been around a while, so I'm just retarded and I don't pay attention. But this was sent to me from Sean Ward over at Ward Guitar Cabs. He built my 2x12 giant gnome cab. That's its official name. I don't care what anybody else says. But anyways, so this is a audio interface. On the front of it, we've got some instrument input and a headphone output. On the backhand side, we have a left and right monitor output. It's USB-C, so it is bus powered off of your computer, and it does have two combination inputs for XLR and TRS inputs. So synthesizers or keyboards, things like that can go in, as well as your microphones. On the top here, we do have a giant knob that is a spinning knob and a click. No, I take it back. It's not a click. It is a spinning knob. Then we have a couple of other buttons. We got a phantom power, 48 volt, channels 1 and 2. This green button here is the main thing I'm going to really focus on in this video. It is the smart gain. And that's kind of what I'm checking out the most on it. And I forgot what the other two buttons do, so forgive my ignorance on that. But I'm going to get everything hooked up. We'll dive back into it. We'll do some amp sims, and we'll kind of go from there. Now, in the video, we're going to talk about the IR pack that Sean has given out. So more information on that a little bit later. And today's gear that I'm going to use is my Weller's Rat Rod guitar. Incredible guitar. Weller's guitar are fantastic. Of course, I bought this one from truck driver Sean. Anyways, so let me get everything hooked up and we'll be right back. All right, you guys, so we've got a lot of this kind of pre-hooked up. As you can see on the screen, I'm using the vocal mic here to go into this. We're also going to be using a condenser microphone. All right, so let's kind of talk about the setup. Right now, you're still hearing my standard microphone that I use, which is a Warm Audio's 47 Junior. All right, now that microphone is about almost 3 foot, 2.5 foot in front of me. It's kind of out of the camera's way, but this is a Rode podcaster microphone, and that is going into the Evo4 channel 1. All right, now the Lewitt LCT 240 Pro is a condenser microphone, and that is going to go into the input on channel 2. All right, so I want to try and get the smart gain function working. And this way we can test the microphones. Now, dynamic mics have virtually, very, very low signal. That's typically why they're used in like guitar amps, things like that, because it's putting out so much power. It helps boost that signal, so to speak. But without using a cloud lifter, all right, let's see how well this does. So you can see it's already lighting up on the screen, and I'll kind of walk you through it here a little bit. We're going to press the green button, and then we're going to press the channel we want, which in this case is channel 1, and then we press the green button again. Now I'm going to get kind of close to the microphone here, so hopefully this is going to pick it up. But what's happening is, while this is flashing red, these are rotating, and it's detecting everything coming in through that microphone, and it's doing an auto gain or smart gain. It's basically going to auto balance the actual input volume and set the gain for us. Now hopefully this comes out okay. I'm still using my regular microphone that you're hearing. And once this is done, it takes about 30 seconds. It looks like it set it, and there you go. So now it's already set. So let's go ahead and we're going to switch over to the other microphone. All right, so right now we are using the Rode Podcaster mic. All right, now that one is going into the smart gain function of the Evo. Now I can't hear it yet. I'll hear it in the playback, and we'll see how well that sounds overall. So next up, let's go ahead and get the LCT ready. And what we are going to do is I'm going to go back to my regular Warm Audio microphone. This way I can get the phantom power hooked up, or the phantom power, and we'll get the smart gain function. All right, so now we are back on my 47 Junior. All right, so let's go ahead, and we're going to turn down all the way down on channel 1. We're going to go to channel 2. Let's turn the phantom power on. And do that smart gain function again. So now I'm going to hold the condenser microphone. It's about a foot in front of me, give or take. And we're going to hold this here while we talk. So now the Smart Gain is running on channel 2. We have the phantom power on. Again, we're using a Lewitt LCT 240 Pro microphone. And hopefully, there it goes. So the audio gain has been detected. And you can see it's now lighting up. So let's go ahead and switch that microphone. All right, so now we are listening to the Lewitt LCT 240 Pro microphone. So the audio gain is kind of a cool feature. I'm not exactly sure how far up it went. I don't remember paying attention to it, but we can also just tap this here. So that shows us it's about 3/4 of the way, and then we'll stop, and then it goes back to the level input. So it's kind of showing a balance of where the microphone input is at. So then we have this button here. I'm not exactly sure what this one does, and I believe that, no, I think that's a, no, I don't know what that is. I'll have to get back to the manual to figure out those buttons. My main concern with this was to see how well it detected 2 different style of microphones. So let's go back to the other mic. So now we are on the 47 Junior. Again, it was all notated, hopefully at the bottom. And so what we're going to do now is I'm going to turn off that phantom power on channel 2. Unplug the microphone. I'm going to go ahead and put this stuff up. And so what we'll do is I will unplug the podcaster as well. That microphone is going to be used for pretty much nothing for the rest of this video. So now I want to use my guitar, and we're going to see how well the guitar input does on the Smart Gain function. So, looks like the camera went out of focus. Just give me just a minute, and we will get that all squared away. Kind of realign this back up for you. So now I'm going to take the guitar and I'm going to plug that into the front of the Evo4. All right, let me see if I can get my refocus going on here. All right, that looks pretty good. All right, so let's do the same thing. We're going to do the Smart Gain on the Evo4 here. So press the button, pick which channel. Now the instrument input is on the front. It is the same as channel 1, so we're going to press that, turn the volume on the guitar up. And give it about 20 seconds to kind of, feel that input. All right, I saw it flash green. Look at that, there you go. Okay, so let's go ahead and go over to the tonality. Let's see. Yep, so there is some 60 cycle hum. Let's go ahead and get that noise gate back on. All right, so we're going to use the STL tonality from Lassie Lambert. All right, we're going to use the Driftwood Purple Nightmare, and on the cabinets. Now the cabinet, we're going to do a Ward guitar cabs. I mean, he did let me borrow this. Evo4, he built my giant gnome cabinet. There, you can see back there. It's a 2x12 ported cab. It is freaking massive, but he has given everybody 9 IRs in his first pack, and they are completely free. I will try to link below the link for you to download these. Again, they're completely free. So huge shout out to Sean Ward at Ward Guitar Cabs. So the first one that he has done is going to be the BV30 loaded into a 4x12. He has that mic'd up with the Lawton LS208 and the SE Electronics X1A. He's also got just the BV30. I'm not sure which microphones he has on a couple of these, so I will reach out to him and I will note it in the bottom of the screen before I post this video. All right, so the next up, we're gonna do the BV30 and then the Greyhound. Now the Mojotone BV30 is based on the V30. Now they also have the BV30H, which I prefer a little bit better tone-wise. It's a little tighter sounding, and it's got a better voicing overall. Now the Greyhound, I have 2 of those. That is a very bright speaker, and it's very loud. I think the sensitivity rating is about 102 decibels, give or take. So we'll play with that one as well, and it looks like he mic'd it up with the LS208 and the SEX1A as well. Now the murder hauler is truck driver Sean's signature mobile cab. That's what he keeps in his 18-wheeler of doom. And it is a 1x12 closed back cabinet loaded with a Electro Voice Black Label speaker. So we've got a mixed, I'm probably going to assume it is the SM57 and the X1A combined in that. Then we've got 2 takes of the SM57 and then 2 takes with his X1A. So we'll do a quick rundown of just kind of how all of these sound. Again, we're going to use the Lassie Lambert Driftwood Purple Nightmare. It does have the post EQ setting on. I don't know if there's any boost on the... none of those are on. And so whatever the amp settings are, I just went with the preset for that one there. And then I just picked my IR cabs from there. So let's go ahead and get these going. Alright, so let's kind of blend a little bit of these. Let's go with the X1A and we'll do the SM57. We'll see how those two sound. So we'll split it 50-50 and we'll see how that sounds overall. Alright, here we go. All right, man, that is the various speakers, the IRs from Sean over at War Guitar Cabinets. A huge shout out because he is, like I said, giving away that whole IR pack. There's 9 IRs, giving those away for free. Link in description. Hopefully I've got it right. And again, a shout out to him for sending me out the Evo4. This thing is actually pretty cool. It's definitely a budget build. It kind of feels cheap. It's not cheap. As far as the features and the functionalities, you got 2 channels, 2 inputs. You have a standard guitar instrument input in the front, which we talked about there at the beginning. And so I need to do a little bit more research on it and kind of get a better feel for it. But my main focus on here was the smart gain function. This is about $130 US at the time of filming of this video, which is an incredible price for an entry-level audio interface. So if you just want something that's kind of, you know, beginners for a beginner level so that you can get into using some IRs and amp sims and things like that, or self-recording, this is probably the way to go. 2 inputs, so if you want to do like podcasts or start your own channel or whatever it is you're looking to, this is the best thing I could recommend at the time to do it, because for the price, it's really good. It's way cheaper than how I started. I currently use something way different, and it's probably more than I needed when I first started. I'm glad I have it, but you know, for, like I said, 130 bucks at the time of filming, this is an incredible buy. The smart gain alone, I think, is really going to help a lot of people first getting into it. So thanks again to Sean over at War Guitar Cabs. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Tell me in the comments below what you thought, and we'll catch you in the next one.